Okay, in this video, I want to just draw your attention to a couple important things on this review that I think might be helpful on the test. First of all, let's take a look at number 4. And I know I didn't exactly assign number 4, but this is important. So in this problem, we have m equals 5 plus the square root of 4m minus 23. So if we're going to be solving for m, you probably realize already we're going to have to do some squaring because that's the inverse of square root. But first of all, we're going to move this 5. So we subtract 5 from both sides. We have m minus 5 equals the square root of 4m minus 23. So now this is where we're going to have to square both sides to clear out the square root. But please pay attention, m minus 5 squared, when you square this, it's not just m squared and plus 25, okay? This is, you're going to have to FOIL it. It's m minus 5 times m minus 5. So that's m squared, and then minus 5m, and minus 5m again gives you the minus 10m, and then negative 5 squared is plus 25. So be sure you pay attention to that on the test. When you're squaring a binomial, you have to FOIL it. Now let's take a quick look at number 12. So here, and you may be comfortable with this one, this is 27 equals negative 3 minus 2x all to the 3 over 2 power, to the 3 halves, okay? Well, the way that we can cancel out this fractional exponent is to multiply by the reciprocal exponent. So that would be 2/3. So we're taking the 2/3 of both sides. And just remember over here, 27 to the 2/3, that's the cubed root of 27 squared. And the cube root of 27 is 3, and then 3 squared is 9. And 9 equals negative 3 minus 2x, because that just clears all that out, okay? So just a reminder of how our fractional exponents work. Now let's take a look at this number 17. Basically, you're asked to graph the function. You have to complete a table of values using at least 4 distinct points. Distinct points basically just means that you have an integer for x and y. All right, now, one of the things you can simply do is to graph this on your calculator and ask for the table and just scroll through the table until you get distinct points that are on this graph. I spent the majority of my time helping you understand how the graph transformed from the parent function. So the new hk on this function would be at 4, negative 5. All right, so 4, negative 5. And then when it is a function that is squared, okay, then we know that we can simply normally go over 1 up 1, over 2 up 4. Okay, it's a quadratic function. However, we would go over 1, but then we would go down 1 because we're being multiplied by negative, okay, or over 2, and instead of up 4, from this point, we go over to down 4. This opens up down because of that negative, okay? So you do need to understand transformations, and that's how I taught it, but you could just use your calculator to find the table, and then you should understand the domain and range of a question like that, okay? Next, let me just draw attention real quick to these. In questions 35 through 38, the instructions are basically to write the equation that represents the following transformations. So the cubic parent function, which is x cubed, is stretched vertically by a factor of 2, shifted left 3, and up 10. So the equation then, f of x equals, we have our vertical stretch of 2. Inside the parentheses, the plus 3 shifts it left 3 units and up 10. So basically, you're writing the new equation that represents that transformation, and y'all should be comfortable with that. Now, on 39 through 42 on the review, okay, it's basically saying you have a point at 5, 0. What's the new function that transforms A, the point, to the new following point? So here, number 39, the new point is at B, 9, negative 3. So you can see the x value went from a 5 to a 9. Well, that means it shifted to the right 4 units, but we would need a -4 in here with the x. So we just write it as f of, and then x minus 4. And then, of course, the original 0 went to -3, so we did a -3 on the outside to change the y value by 3. You need to be comfortable with this, and this is how you could answer that. You just do f of, and then you put the different changes. All right.